I used to think health and fitness was just working out and eating healthy food until I put on 75 pounds on purpose.
Drew Manning is a personal fitness trainer.
The extreme experiment of Drew Manning.
One man is taking a journey from being fit to getting fat.
So no exercise for 6 months, and I basically live off the typical American diet of processed foods.
Hard rock, muscles, everything else, very lean. And you thought, I'm going to put on 70 pounds.
Let's see my waist. Let's see. Okay, so I'm still at around 47.5 inches.
The idea of Fit2Fat2Fit came from me noticing that there was a disconnect between my clients who were overweight and me, because I couldn't understand why it was so hard for them just to do what I told them to do. I'd give them meal plans, I'd give them workouts. I'm like, okay, here's what you do it. And then they would tell me, Drew, I cheated, on the meal plans. I didn't, follow it exactly. I gave in, had soda or cookies this week. And so I was thinking of ideas of how I could better help them. And the idea of getting fat on purpose, as crazy as that sounds, it was like a lightning bolt moment in my head where I'm like, I need to do this. It was like a calling. The hardest parts of this journey were more so on the mental and emotional side. So physically, I knew I was gonna get fat. I knew I was gonna get man boobs and a big gut. What I wasn't prepared for was how this was gonna affect me mentally, emotionally. And here's the thing, when you grow up your entire life in shape, part of your identity is based on what your body looks like. So if you're always in shape your entire life, that's kind of who you are, right? And so once I lost that, once I put on the fat, I kind of freaked out and I didn't know who I was. So I would go out in public and feel so uncomfortable and so self-conscious, and I would want to go up to complete strangers and tell them like, hey, I'm not really overweight, here's my before picture, go to this website, this isn't really me, this is just an experiment I'm doing.
It really did affect my relationship even with my wife. It affected me as a dad. It affected my personality, and that's the scary thing. So my self-esteem, my confidence levels took a hit the bigger I got, and so that was the hard part to deal with, was my self-esteem, being out in public or getting out of the shower, covering up in front of my wife. See on the scale here. 269.
Your insulin was way high. This is your liver ultrasound you did. And you, sir, have a large fatty liver.
Really?
You might, I know you don't drink, but you should have been drinking the last 30 years because you have the same liver. But you got to change your lifestyle. There is no pill for it. There is no pill for it.
And some other stuff in it.
Here I was, self-conscious, freaking out, losing, lack of self-confidence. And it really changed the way I saw myself, because it really forced me to look at myself as more than just my physical body and see my clients from a different perspective as well, because I realized how much of transformation or change is mental and emotional. They don't look at themselves and they don't realize what they have to change on the inside first. Their relationship with food, their emotional connection to food, why they can't be consistent with their workouts or their diet. People got to dig deep, go back to their childhood sometimes. Sometimes it's trauma, sometimes it's abuse. It's not easy to overcome. If people are willing to put in the work, then they'll be able to have a healthy relationship with themselves and with food, and really embrace this as a lifestyle change. I used to think health and fitness was just working out and eating healthy food, but that couldn't be farther from the truth.